having me. I'm doing great. Camp is going well, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to go.
Right, right. Big fight August 10th in New Mexico. Basically a homecoming for you.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, like I tell everyone, I couldn't ask for more. Homecoming with the world title fight together. That's a dream for me.
Okay, definitely. Now let's step back just a second. You're on a four-fight winning streak. Right.
Right.
So you were very active. Was that the key to your success lately?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just I signed a deal with Pro Box TV, and they kept me active for the last 5 months. For 5 months, I got 3 fights,
Okay.
and I made up for some lost time because I had a 2-year layoff. But I jumped in there last November in the ring, and we've been at it ever since. And now I got a world title fight 9 months after my layoff. So I'm very excited, thankful for Pro Box for putting me on their cards, and yeah, I'm ready to
Right.
go.
Definitely. Shout out Pro Box. Also, tell me the feeling of signing this three-fight deal with Top Rank Boxing, and what can you expect and
Mhm.
your fans?
It feels great. It feels Top Rank is one of the biggest promoters in boxing, if not the biggest promoter,
Right.
and it feels great. Just to be on a platform like ESPN and Top Rank.
Right.
I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm ready to put on a show for all of my fans. I know Top Rank has some history with Albuquerque, and I know they'll enjoy the show for sure because Albuquerque fans, one thing about them is that they come out and they show out.
Okay, definitely. Now, let's talk about your opponent. Champion, Luis Alberto Lopez. He's
Yeah.
he's been, you got a tough opponent in front of you. What do you see in him as far as skill set that what you bring to the table? This makes a great fight for you.
Uh, I think Luis, he's a great fighter. Um, you know, uh, he's had some tough fights
Right.
in the past. Um, but he's a champion for a reason, and I think he's gonna go in there and do what he does. In everyone's hometown. He's had a few home fights in his other people's hometown in their own backyard, and he came out successful. But August 10th, we're gonna keep that title in Albuquerque.
Nice, nice. Now, it's for I believe the IBF world title on the line.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. Now, what's the feeling as far as obviously I got also not far from there, Brian Mendoza, all the great fighters, Austin Trout, there's legacy in New Mexico, as far as great fighters in general. What's your expectation as far as, are you putting New Mexico on your back going forward?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. You know, uh, Albuquerque, New Mexico, in general, has a lot of talent.
Right,
And I'm one of them. Brad Mendoza is one of them. Austin Trout. We're the current fighters of,
right,
of, of boxing, and I just want to inspire all the other fighters in Albuquerque and all the other fighters in New Mexico that we could do it. Because I was once inspired by the Danny Romeros and the Johnny Tapias,
right.
and now look, I was the next one after Johnny Tapia, and I want to continue to, you know, inspire the youth. That way they look at me as how I looked at Johnny Tapia and Danny Romero.
Right. What can you tell the younger fighters if they're going to jump into the boxing field, obviously very young and go, be an amateur and then go pro. What advice can you give them?
Just love the sport. You gotta love what you do. Have fun in there. Train hard, of course. You gotta train hard. There's no secret to boxing. You gotta train hard, um, and and you just gotta love the sport. Because if you don't love the sport and you're doing it for other reasons, then your performance ain't gonna be right. So you gotta love the sport.
Right. As far as divisions, this is a question I don't ask always, but people jump divisions trying to get big fights. Do you feel, especially yourself, do you feel like maybe sometimes fighters are they should stay a little longer, let their body build at the right weight? weight class division,
Yeah.
so that later on they can grow into, they can grow their weight and their power when they jump
Mhm.
into higher divisions, so that they don't have no problem as far as bringing their punch power and bringing their skill set
Yeah.
to another division.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that the fighter has to mature into that weight class. Also depends on their age. How their body
Right.
matures and all that. Will tell you if they're ready for that weight class. But usually the fighter knows if he's ready for that weight class. A lot of fighters they like to cut corners and go up in weight just because the diet is
Right.
difficult. But you just gotta know your body because it's a fine line between being you know dehydrated and having a bad it's a fine line between being dehydrated and making
Okay.
the weight properly. It's very fine, and if you don't know what how your body works, then you could be you know depleting your body of nutrients and all that, and it'll affect your performance. So, like me at 122, it was getting very difficult for me to make, even though I was
Right.
very slim. I dieted right.
Right.
I did everything. I did everything that I could, but at the end, I was still dehydrated and still struggling to make 122 pounds. So that's when I told my team, it's time to move up to 126. And I do feel a lot better at 126. I feel this is my weight, and I'll stay at 126 pounds for a few
Okay.
years.
Fair enough. Is there a rematch clause in this fight?
Um, I don't think so. No,
Okay,
no.
fair enough. Now, there's so many great fights, so many great fighters. Is there, and not to look ahead of Luis Alberto Lopez, but is there a dream fight for you? One day you say to yourself, maybe in a few years I can fight this guy and he's on my bucket list?
Yeah, I would like to fight in a
Oh,
way.
in a
You know,
way. Okay,
in a
definitely.
way. In a way, is like I know he's at 122 right now, but I know eventually he'll probably move up to 126, and I would love that fight with Inoue. I know he's the top dog in boxing right now, so a fight with him, a win over him would put me on, would put me to superstar status.
Definitely. Now, can you give us a little breakdown of how's training camp been going for you?
Oh man, it's been great. I started early. Everything is going smooth. Um, I've been doing everything that I need to do, and it's going great.
Okay, sounds good. Now, what's the final message you have for your fans and everybody tuning in August 10th, Top Rank Boxing, ESPN?
Yeah, just uh, tune in. That's all I gotta say. Tune in. It's gonna be a great night of boxing. I'm gonna come out with that belt and be the new IBF World Champion.
There you have it. Angelo, how can the fans reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram, Angelo X Leo. Um, that's about it. I don't really do social media like that. I got TikTok, Angelo X Leo
Okay.
777. If you want to follow me on there, I post here and there, but for the most part, I post on Instagram.
Okay, there you have it. Everybody, grab your tickets if you're in the New Mexico area. If not, tune in ESPN August 10th. Angelo Leo looks to become two-time champion, IBF champion, fighting the champion, Luis Alberto Lopez. I want to thank you for your time, Angelo, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, you too.